This is Carrie Naiman, founder of AixHR, and today I am here to share with you how to lean on AI to help you write your performance review. So let's get started. I am using a product called Kendo AI. I use Kendo for 99% of what I do. The reason I use Kendo is because the platform has been developed with a significantly increased emphasis on security. So we're going to get started with the performance review process. The first thing most of us need to do is to write our self-review. And I don't know about you, but I always dreaded that piece of the puzzle. So let's lean on AI to help us do that. I actually need to go out and ask for feedback. And I'm just sitting down and looking at a blank screen on my computer, thinking about how to tailor this email to get the best feedback I can from my peers and colleagues. Rather than me having to spend time on it, let me have the AI help me do it. So the first prompt is, you're a highly experienced HR generalist and you need to ask others for feedback for use in my upcoming performance review. I want strengths, I want development areas. I also want to give them a deadline so that they don't sit on it. And I want to share with them how to give me the feedback. They can either send it to me, they can send it to my manager, or both. So let's get that email written much faster than I could write it if I were just sitting at my computer with a blank screen. And here we go. Request for feedback. Excellent. Strengths and development areas, like I asked it. How should they reply? And it shares a deadline, Tuesday, October 22nd. Perfect. Let's just say I read through it. I think that's good, but kind of want it a little bit more professionally written. So I'm going to ask it now to rewrite it in a more professional tone. Thank you. Can you make the tone slightly more professional? I do find that being nice to your AI is never a bad thing, and oftentimes it actually helps. So no harm. Thank you very much. Did a great job. But can you make the tone slightly more professional? So here we go. Rewriting it again with a bit more of a professional tone. Perfect. Okay, now I feel good about this. I can send this out to people for feedback. Let's say that I've done this and now I've collected feedback. So now the next step is I need to write my self-review. Again, something that I typically don't really enjoy doing. So let me lean on the AI to help me do that. Excellent. Thank you. Again, nice to your AI. Now please use the combined feedback to draft my self-review. Please write the review and follow this format: performance summary, strengths, development areas, and articulate maybe what you think some of my future hopes and dreams might be. And you can see right here that I've attached the consolidated feedback. So here we go. So from my point of view as an HR generalist, I have consistently demonstrated strong leadership, effective communication, on and on and on about my strengths. And then it will start writing about my development areas and what maybe some of my future hopes and dreams are. So of course, just like with anything, I am really thinking about the AI as getting me 70 to 80% of the way to the final product. I need to go in here, review it, make sure it makes sense, make sure it actually reflects the documentation that I gave it. And, are these really my future hopes and dreams? Does this make sense to me? If yes, great. And if not, let's edit it so that it actually works for us. All right. So now I've changed hats and I'm now the manager of a team of HR generalists, and I need to write the performance review for each of them. I want to incorporate a couple pieces of information. One is the person's self-review. I want to make sure I take that into account. One is the consolidated feedback that I've received from those that Jane reached out to. And then I also want to make sure that I'm incorporating the company's values. So I'm going to first attach the consolidated feedback and the company's values. You can see here that I've added both the consolidated feedback for Jane as well as my company's core values. And then I am going to just copy and paste the content of the self-review into the prompt itself. And you can see at the bottom here, it says the self-review is as follows. Just going to paste that right in and then hit enter. Just note that this is a very long prompt. Prompts can be one sentence, they can be 5 pages. It really can be quite a wide range. So don't feel like you're limited by just a sentence or two if more context or content could be helpful. So here we go. You can see very quickly that the performance review draft is being generated using all the information that I gave it, including incorporating the company's core values. Okay, great. So again, as a manager, I have 10 employees. I need to write 10 performance reviews. How much time is this going to save me to at least get to the point where I have a very thorough first draft? Okay, so given that I'm Jane's manager, I also want to be able to provide her with some development actions. So what are 3 ideas for actions Jane can take to grow in each area of development that were called out in the performance review? So let's see what the AI has to say about that. So it calls out each area of development and gives me 3 ideas. I can incorporate this into the review, or I can incorporate this into the conversation that I have with her when I sit down with her and give her review. But either way, I'm forming a much stronger partnership with her, knowing that I want to help her develop and I've come prepared with ideas. So then the last piece of this puzzle is the formal rating. So I'm also going to ask the AI to help me with that. Okay, so rate Jane on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 does not meet expectations and 5 is always surpasses expectations. And very importantly, provide the reasoning. So this is another trick of the trade where when you are asking AI for any information or generating ideas, you can absolutely ask it to provide its reasoning, and that will help you further understand how it drew the conclusions that it did. And you can see that the AI is rating Jane a 4 out of 5 on a 5-point scale, and it provides me some very thorough reasoning as to why she is a 4, not a 5, not a 3, not a 2. And very last sentence, given her strong alignment with the company's core values, because remember I gave the AI access to that set of values before, and her dedication to professional growth, which were highlighted in her self-review, and her consistent ability to exceed expectations in most areas, a rating of 4 out of 5 is appropriate. So great. Now I ask myself, do I agree with that? Do I not agree with that? Is there more that I want to add? Does it all make sense? And with all of that, now it's time to go have a sit down with Jane. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So I'm hoping that you found this AI application very helpful. Please do reach out if you have any questions. All right, everybody, have a good day. Bye.